welcome to week 27 of Help Me Understand. Thank you for joining us. What is Help Me Understand? It's just our attempt to understand what true biblical community and following Christ might look like if we use Scripture as our sole basis. It's just a year of what if. What if church was actually supposed to reflect the one seen in Scripture? What if followers were actually supposed to obey Jesus' commands? We've been through a ton of lessons. We've looked at life lessons. We've looked at what it means to be a follower. And where we've landed was on lesson 15 out of the Sermon on the Mount. And yeah, it's chock full of just lessons on how to live our day-to-day life. And last week, we looked at one. We're getting to the last one. This week is actually the last lesson that we're going to look at from the Sermon on the Mount. It'll be week 16. But week 15, I don't know, 14, 15, and 16 are really challenging for me because they talk about being aware, thinking about the way that you're living. And last week it said, beware of false prophets, and you will know them by their fruit. And it was like a warning. When I sat down with my disciple and the person that I'm walking this discipleship journey with, we looked at it and like it seems like we're being warned that we got to be careful. Be careful of who we're following. Be careful of the people that we're listening to. And be careful and test everything. Test everything against Scripture. And yeah, it was a great conversation we had. So I hope that you and the person that you're walking this journey with, I hope you all had a great conversation around that chunk of verses. And what you'll notice if you started with us on week 1, and I pray if you're joining us for the first time, stop it right here. Go back to week 1. Start there, because then it'll lay the foundation and you'll be at the same point in this journey that we are. But it won't hurt you if you sit and listen today. So however you want to do it, but I would really recommend that. But if you start with us on week 1, what you'll see is this week's verse, lesson 16, we're kind of bookending. So now we're revisiting week 1 to see if after all that we looked at, has your perspective changed at all? Maybe it has. Maybe it hasn't. I don't know. No, that's for you to figure out. So let's take a look at lesson 16 and this week's verses.
Matthew 7, 21 through 23. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven, but the one who does the will of my Father who is in heaven will enter. Many will say to me on that day, Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name, and in your name cast out demons, and in your name perform many miracles? And then I will declare to them, I never knew you. Leave me, you who practice lawlessness. Matthew 7, 21 through 23.
All right, there you go. Same as always. What are these verses saying? What do they tell us about God? What do you find most challenging? And then last but not least, how should these verses impact our lives? If you would, we ask you to answer the questions that I just asked in the comments below. Why? Well, because A, it'll help you grow to process it and put it out there. B, it'll help us grow because we get to see a different perspective. And we get to see how you view those verses and again, help us to see a different perspective and maybe gotta use that to help us grow. And C, you might be entered in a drawing for a $25 gift card. Or you will be entered in a drawing for a $25 gift card. What is that? It's just a way that my wife and I decided we'd like to use our portion of our tithe. Who better to invest in than someone who's hungry to learn and hungry to help others learn. So answer the questions in the comments below and who knows, you might win a $25 gift card. Or if you win it, you say, Steve, I don't need it. Okay, consider using it to bless someone else. if you win it and you do need it, this happens to be one of those weeks, we all have, then consider it a blessing. Regardless, we just hope and pray that you'll consider blessing others and us by answering the questions in the comments below. Thank you and have an amazing